Hey guys, Assalamu alaikum. Today I'm going to show you how I make my keema paratha. So these are the ingredients I use for my keema paratha. Of course I have minced ground beef. It's lean. I've got chopped onions, chopped cilantro, green peppers, crushed chili, coriander powder, some homemade garam masala powder, and some salt. So what I'm going to do is the ground beef has already been cleaned. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add my onions and then the cilantro. Okay, I'm going to add the green chili. This, of course, you have to make sure that you don't add too much. I just cut up 2 to 3, and then some coriander powder, some crushed chili, and some homemade garam masala, and some salt. So now that all my ingredients are here, I'm going to give it a nice mix to make sure that all the spices and onions and everything else is nicely immersed into the keema. So when I'm making the paratha, so the masalas are evenly distributed rather than just on little chunks here and there. So I have to make sure that it gets mixed properly. So the masala is ready. You can see that it's nicely mixed. All the onions and cilantro and everything is nicely mixed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this, cover it up and leave it on room temperature for at least half an hour, 45 minutes. And then I am going to show you how I make my paratha. So let's sprinkle some flour on this so it doesn't stick. And I'm going to take a little bit of the dough, like this much, and I'm making it, turning into a round ball. Okay, I need 2 similar sized doughs, so I'll take one more. There we go. Okay, perfect. You know what, this is a little bit bigger, so let me just take some off. If you have too much, then you'll have too much dough and not enough meat in it. And I like my paratha to have a nice amount of ground beef and all the spices and everything else mixed. All right, so make it a little bit flat, but this much. Then I'm going to take the keema mix, or the ground beef mix that I had prepared earlier, but this much. I'm going to add it on top of this. Right, there we go. Make the smaller next dough, and so enough that it's going to cover, and there we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that all the corners are sealed, so the meat does not come out of it. There we go. So when I'm cooking this on the pan, it's actually going to cook the meat inside. The ground beef is going to cook in that steam, right? So there we go. This is ready. So let me roll it out. Okay, there we go. I always make sure that there is enough ground beef so it covers the entire paratha, rather than just a little bit in the center and then the rest is all dough. I don't like that. I want the meat and all the spices in every single bite. So you have to make sure that you put decent amount, right? There we go. So this is ready. Next, I'm going to take this and put it in on the tawa, the pan, the cooking pan. Okay, so the pan is ready. Let me bring the paratha. There we go. Okay, slowly. Oh, I made it pretty big. It covers my entire pan. There we go. I'm gonna cook this on low heat, low to medium heat actually, for a few minutes until I see that the the rotis, the paratha is cooking, and I will add some oil on top, just a little bit. So when I flip it, it's going to make a nice crust on the other side. Okay, there we go. Okay, so you can tell that it's cooking, right? The steam is working, so it's getting a little bit darker. And you can flip it around, so slowly. There we go. I'm going to cook from this side until I know 100% that it's cooked, so I'll keep flipping it out. So right now you can see the outside here is nicely done, but I'll flip on this side one more time once the other side is ready. So this is 100% ready. I'm going to take it out this pan. So as you can see, it's nicely golden crust on top, and I can tell the ground beef inside is fully cooked. See that? So it's the nice crust, sufficient amount of oil. The crust this is quite crispy from outside, and obviously the inside, all the juice from ground beef and the onions and everything else is there, so it's going to be nice and moist from inside and juicy. So there we go. This is 100% ready. Right, look at that. And this is your Keema Paratha. Let me take it off and show you how it actually looks. There you go. Let's just slide it off. There you go.
You can't shuffle. Shuffle is way better than yours. No, it's not the exact amount of noodles. No, listen, you put the egg, you got all that, you go suck it up. You got all that noodles.
Okay, so there you have that. The paratha is ready. Look at the nice crust outside. It's cooked nicely from both sides. Look at that, right? So it's cooked from top and bottom, right? Okay, so let me cut the piece to show you how how the meat looks inside. Oh, it's hot. Look at that. Look at this right here. See that? Look at the juice inside. I can see some green chili and onions and everything else, but nicely cooked in a steam, and nice crust outside of the paratha. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Till next time. Assalamu alaikum.